To hell with it. I'm not gonna waste no time. I want to jump on here with my peoples, man. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Hoodie Kush with the Basement Boys. I'm back today, man. I just figured I'd jump on, say what's up to everybody. Uh, touch base with everybody from the events of yesterday. I know you guys probably heard it all from everybody today. You know, come with a little bit of visuals. Um, just for first, I just want to shout out, you know, the dudes who don't normally get playing time. Rel, what's good? What's good with you, homie? I want to shout out the dudes who don't get much playing time, but actually showed their ass yesterday. The Shamar Jameses of the world. You know what I'm saying? Reddy Stewart, he's already been out there. You know what I'm saying? Reddy Stewart's been out there. Jeremy Betts, what's the deal? Reddy Stewart's been out there, but those that secondary yesterday, even with Donovan Wilson, showed up. They played good ball. You know what I'm saying? Can everybody hear me? Put ones in the chat if I'm good on my. Let's adjust the mic. Okay. Echo on. Okay. Reduce mic background noise. All right. Okay. There we go. Oh man, Dak Owens, what's the deal, my guy? Man, I'm good. I can't complain. Went to the game yesterday. It was a good showing. These Cowboys came out and showed their asses. You know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to the cats that we don't normally see. You know, Brock Hoffman, Tyler Bass, those guys, they showed up. All right, cool. Yeah, Brock Hoffman, you know what I mean? TJ Bass, they showed up. Nate Thomas, Adeniji, it was literally like there was no drop off. I mean, yeah, Dak moved the pocket really, really well because, that's what Dak does. He moves the pocket. You know what I'm saying? But all around great game, man. All around great game. Yeah, we started to lose some gusto in the second half. Well, in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? When the seats literally cleared, you know, it was nothing but blue in there. It was already blue in there. You know what I'm saying? It was probably more of us than it was of them. You know what I'm saying? They got out of there by like 50 seconds left in the third quarter. It was glorious. It was glorious to see. Um, it's not the first time I've been a part of a game like that in someone else's stadium. It's always a good time though. You know what I'm saying? And a sea of blue. But yeah, man. Let's start by talking about Shotty. This guy, that guy, Brian Schottenheimer. A lot of the things that he said leading up to now have held true. If you look at it, when he said he wanted violence and physicality, well, yesterday you got a lot of violence and a lot of physicality. You know what I'm saying? Is Brian Schottenheimer and his staff have got these guys prepared, especially offensively. Yesterday, the defense was prepared. Granted, started off slow. We were giving up yards. You know what I'm saying? We weren't perfect, but when it came to, buckling down and holding them to not getting touchdowns, they did a very good job. In fact, they only had three going into the midway of the third quarter. It didn't really go off the rails for them as far as points wise until like probably 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? We just, as a defense, we have to learn to keep our foot on the gas. You know what I'm saying? But as far as performance yesterday, all around, great tackling. Guys were disciplined. I mean, you might have not seen some guys on the field at some point on the game, i.e. Jack Sanborn, you know what I'm saying? Kyer Elam, a lot of guys you didn't see. Of course, Malik Hooker is out with injury. But for those guys who came in, they stepped up. They stepped up big time. They stepped up big time for this team. They're fighting for jobs. They're competing. That's another thing Shotty said he wanted, competition. You know what I'm saying? They're competing. They are really competing hard. And I like what I saw yesterday. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, T-Jack? What's the deal with you? Yeah, like they're actually competing. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things we didn't see in the first 3 weeks, we've gotten to see more of, such as the pass rush. We had 5 sacks yesterday, and we amassed 28 pressures, well above average, well above league average. We amassed 28 pressures yesterday. Was some of that their offensive line? Yeah. Was some of that Justin Fields holding on to the ball? Yeah. Was most of that our defensive line getting home? Hell yeah. I can attest to it because I saw it. Okay. These dudes came out on a mission. Seems like ever since Maris Leofau, when Maris Leofau decided he wanted to punch the ball out of Brees Hall's hands. Now, I will say this for Brees Hall. He had a game yesterday. He was literally their only bright spot. Garrett Wilson was showing up here and there, and I think his name is Mason Taylor. Is his name? Their tight end. He showed up a bit too, but it was inconsistent and far a little too late. Okay. For the most part, this defense did their job. The front four, they did their job. Shamar James, 7 to 15 tackles. 15 tackles, 8 solo, 7 assisted. Most of those tackles were, Brees Hall gashing us up the middle. 6, 7, 8 yard pickups by the tight ends, but still impressive nonetheless, especially to hold them to 3 for 3 quarters. So we're not going to poo-poo on how you got the tackles, how much yardage they gained to get the tackles. You kept them from scoring. You kept them from threatening your defense and threatening your secondary at least, up until at least the 4th quarter. So it's an evolution. It's an evolution of the defense, man. It's a clear evolution of the defense. And these guys are starting to get it. It's coming to them. They're getting it. They're understanding what they have to do, their assignments. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to watch these guys, come in and, be able to fight hard for what they want, for fight hard for the scheme that they have implemented, to fight hard for Shotty. You know what I'm saying? And that means a lot because Shotty definitely gives a shit. You know what I'm saying? He definitely cares. So if he didn't, he wouldn't come down on them. He wouldn't restart practices. You know what I'm saying? So that actually makes a big difference. You know what I'm saying? It's different when there's somebody you don't want to play with. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's up, Dominique Pittman? Yes, sir. It's a victory Monday. Feel proud. Feel happy. Feel astonished. I am happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this guy. That dude. For 5 weeks, Chicago game notwithstanding, he has been a master of this offense. He has been a master of dissecting defenses. It's time. It's been time. This is nothing new. This is nothing new with this guy. He's been doing this since his rookie season. Now, has he had the necessary weapons to be this explosive, this aggressive, this successful? Probably not to this magnitude, but I'm not going to say that he didn't have good offenses. He's had some good offenses, you know what I'm saying? But he's never had a George Pickens. He's never had a CD Lamb married with George Pickens. In fact, some of the ancillary pieces, the backup guys, like Orion Flournoy, who showed up yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Those guys didn't exist. I mean, yeah, we had Cedric Wilson. Noah Brown was serviceable up until he decided he wanted to start giving the ball away. You know what I'm saying? Bryce Butler's, those guys. We've had those guys, but none of them have equaled up to the explosion that we're seeing now with this offense. And this is just from week 1. Yeah, we only scored 20 points, but take away a fumble and a couple of drop passes, we're putting up 40 again. You know what I'm saying? Take away CD going down in the Chicago game and things going a little off the rails, we're probably putting up 40 there too. You saw what we did to the Giants, helped serve with Green Bay. And I think that was the fire that they needed to come in this game and really show who they are. This is what the Dallas Cowboys offense is. Yeah. All right. So, Dominique, this is something I've been listening to podcasts and all that today, and I've been listening to everybody's takes, everybody's views. Of course, everybody has their own opinion, and you're entitled to it. You know what I'm saying, I want you to have your own opinion because that's what makes Cowboy Nation tick, especially in this content creation space. Taking other people's views and pitting them against your own, and finding a new perspective. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the Brees Hall debacle yesterday, Brees Hall is him. Let's not make no bones about this. Yes, our run defense could have been a lot better, but if you look at what we did in the pass rush game, the fact that we amassed 28 pressures, probably the most in the league in a game, and getting to the quarterback 5 times, sacking him 5 times. Unfortunately, you're going to miss out on something. Fortunately, we didn't allow a touchdown in a rushing game. We didn't allow that. So, if anything, that's something to applaud. You know what I'm saying? To still give up 113 yards, but not a touchdown to the running back. In fact, force him to fumble the ball, force a takeaway. You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot for the defense. Yeah, it was definitely an issue watching them just, beat the hell out of us in between the tackles. But the fact that the fact that Shamar James had 15 tackles, most of those were on that guy, Brees Hall. The fact that Maris Leofau caused a fumble, you know what I'm saying? Brees Hall, you know what I'm saying? So he may have ran a little wild, but we held him in check. Our running back, on the other hand, they did not hold him in check, and he ran wild. We had the perfect game plan for the situation. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's give the Jets some credit here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to poo-poo on them. Yeah, they're on 5, but they're still a team. They're still a young team. They're still a young team. Not everything is going to click for everybody immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's take a look at, say, Indianapolis. Indianapolis, they came out firing, and they don't seem like they want to slow down. Granted, they have the offense to do it, and their defense is playing exactly like the offense is, with their hair on fire. Now, imagine if that was the Cowboys. Imagine if you saw one of these weeks within the past 5 weeks, this defense come out and get 5 sacks, cause a turnover, be able to keep them scoreless within 3 quarters, and allowing our offense to have a short field, because it wasn't many, but a short field, and be able to capitalize on it. Well, we just saw that Sunday. So, like, with that, you just gotta. There's a give and a take. There's a give and a take there. You know what I'm saying? You may be able to get to the quarterback 28 times, cause some pressure, force him to make some bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? You might have to give up something. And maybe that's a little in the run game. And if this is the end result of it, no matter who the team is, if this is the result of it, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. And that also goes into who you had out on the field, your personnel. You know what I'm saying? If Jack Sanborn was there, probably would have gave up a touchdown. Not poo-pooing on him, but it's true. I'm going to answer this question. The small sample size of Jadon Blue was in the design because Javonte Williams is your bell cow back. You know what I'm saying? Javonte Williams is your bell cow back. You probably weren't going to see too much of Blue in that game as far as like actual snaps. Now, the snaps that he did have, some of them were really good. Broke off a 6-yard run. You know what I'm saying? He was able to get to the edges. You know what I'm saying? Cause some conflict there. Granted, some of them were for no gain, but doesn't matter. He's getting the experience. Then look at what he did in pass pro. He actually read the blitz, and because if he didn't pick up that blitz, Dak would have got murdered. He picked up the blitz when he had to. So he gets kudos for that. Then what he did in the return game without KaVontae Turpin in. You know what I'm saying? To come out and see his speed. He's utilizing his speed, especially on kickoffs. Chuck ran off 32 yards. So I mean, I'm not too down on him. I mean, he needs some time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next week when we go to play Carolina, maybe he will have a better game on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he will get those extra touches on the ground. But as of Sunday, I'm happy with what he showed. I mean, I would have liked to seen him more probably in the pass game as well, but but for what we had, for what we got to see, I'm happy with it. I thought he was going to break that one too. When he definitely hurdled my man, and I thought he was going to break that one, but it is what it is. 32 yards is 32 yards. You're starting. When did he get it at the? He got it at the 3, so we started at the 35. That's pretty good field position. That's what you want out of your returnman. You know what I'm saying? If you can get those extra 7 to 15 yards, you know what I'm saying, from the 20, shall I say, that's pretty good field position. And remember, we got a weapon in Brandon Aubrey. Even though if there's any bad that came from this game, I got it. The Mo Brandon Aubrey, Butter Aubrey, down to Mordrin Aubrey. He missed a damn field goal. He missed a damn extra point. It's just an extra point. If that's the worst thing that we had yesterday, I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh yeah, and I think they're going to give Blue more reps as the weeks go along. I think Blue deserves more reps as the weeks go along. So we'll see how that works out. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at this the gentleman I was talking about. This is the gentleman right here I was talking about, Javonte Williams. But if you see something, like if there's something that you see, you look at this line, you look at this tight end and this tight end, Brevin Spanford and Luke Schoonmaker. They helped him score that touchdown. He got out on the edge. Him, Lukey Schoon, and Hunter Lipke. Their blocks sprung him for 66 yards. Their blocks sprung him for 66 yards. And that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see out of your offense. You want to see them clicking on all cylinders. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have a big 6'7", 270 dude in there, yeah, let him go in there and use his strengths. His strength is he's a hell of a blocker, and he's learning how to be a passing threat. He's learning how to be a wide receiving threat. So I'm looking forward to seeing more growth from Brevin Spanford. Javonte Williams is him. Javonte Williams is, I believe, second in the league in rushing, or third in the league in rushing, first in the NFC East. First in the NFC, I believe the NFC as a whole. Let me make sure of these numbers here. I don't want to just give y'all bad info. Let me see here. It ain't going to take long. Javonte Williams is third in the NFL in rushing. He is third in the NFL. He is first in the NFC East. He has 447 yards rushing. He's averaging 5.7 yards a game. He has 5 touchdowns, and he's averaging 89.4 yards a game. He's only fumbled once and lost a ball once. That's it. That's all that's the worst he's done. He's leading the league with the likes of Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker II, Jahmyr Gibbs is your top 10. Jordan Mason, Bijan Robinson, David Montgomery, Rico Dowdle had a crazy 200-yard game. That's the only reason why he's up there. Alvin Kamara, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, and Christian McCaffrey. That's who he's leading the league with. That's who he's leading right now. He's leading your Saquon Barkleys, your Derrick Henrys. Those are the guys that he's leading right now as far as the rushing. As far as rushing the ball. He's number 3 behind Jonathan Taylor and James Cook. They got him by 37 and 3 yards respectively. You know what I'm saying? That means something. That means something. So it's not a bad thing that Blue is not getting any action. I mean, until you show me different, until this dude's not averaging 5.7 yards a carry, the most in the league, I want to let Blue cook. I want to let Blue cook right on the bench, or in. You might see him more even when KaVontae Turpin comes back. You might even see him more in the return game, and I think that's where he's going to have to make his bones. And I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Whatever touches he gets as a running back, I'm fine with it. But mostly, what you're going to see after what you saw Sunday with him in the return game, he's going to probably sit back there with your KaVontae Turpin, and they're probably going to 1-2 punch this thing in the return game. And if that's where he has to make his bones, so be it. But he's going to be great. He's going to be great. Just give him time. You know what I'm saying? You know who else had a really good day yesterday? Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson had a really good day yesterday. Catching screens, going in for touchdowns, being reliable, getting yak. You know what I'm saying? Understanding the situation. I'm not going to say Jake Ferguson's back, but I will say Jake Ferguson is making strides. He's better than he was last season. That's for sure. And he's fully healthy. Seems like he lost his way week 1 after that cracking in the head, but it seems like he's finding his way back. So, hello, Jake Ferguson. It's good to see you. Glad to have you back. You know what I'm saying? Jake Ferguson is probably one of the best tight ends in the league. In fact, let's figure it out. Let me see. Can I go? Okay. Let's see. Where's Jake Ferguson at? Jake Ferguson has 272 yards on the year right now. Jake Ferguson leads the league. Well, he leads tight ends and receptions and targets. 48 and 41 receptions. He has 272 yards, 6.6 yards per average. Now, that's not to say that those yards won't go up as the season goes along. Because remember, what you saw from Flournoy, he's a threat. You're getting CD back within a week, maybe 2. That's a threat. You still got George Pickens. That's a threat. You got KaVontae Turpin coming back in a week or 2. That's also a threat. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Mingo on his way. We shall see what fruit that bears. You know what I'm saying? So you got guys that can possibly help Jake Ferguson get his yards per average up to over 10. You know what I'm saying? What does he have? 3 touchdowns? I believe. No, I don't think he's leading all tight ends, but he has three touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys are playing, man. These guys are coming. They're not playing no games. This offense is special. This offense is definitely special. You know what I'm saying? You don't believe me? Take a look at that guy. GP3 on Sauce Gardner. Now, granted, George Pickens was only targeted 3 times. 3 times he was targeted. All 3 catches, 57 yards and a touchdown. That was by design as well. Sauce Gardner, let's not make no bones about this. Sauce Gardner is nothing to play with. Unfortunately, George Pickens ain't nothing to play with. Unfortunately for Sauce Gardner, George Pickens ain't nothing to play with. George Pickens, we've seen George Pickens pick on Sauce Gardner and almost any other number 1 corner when he was in Pittsburgh. When George Pickens made this catch, it solidified it for me that we're going to end up paying this guy. We're going to end up paying this guy. He's going to get a nice contract. I can see him getting 28, 30, maybe 31. I can see that. Because remember, you still have Jonathan Mingo. You have control of him over the next year, maybe 2. You have control over Flournoy for the next 2. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he's going to look for the big bag, you know? And then you have 4 number 1 draft picks. You have 4 first-round draft picks. So the possibilities are endless. the possibilities could be endless. You know what I'm saying? Depending on which way you decide to go. Guess who else we saw yesterday? Came back from the dead. Haven't seen that guy in a while. Dante Fowler. He's been slightly a disappointment early in the season because we didn't see much from him. I don't know. Like there was speculation, especially on my part, that maybe Dante Fowler wasn't here for the Cowboys. Dante Fowler was here to play with Micah. I guess now that that dream is gone, Dante Fowler decided he wanted to show up yesterday, and he was everything as advertised when we brought him back in. Very disruptive, very disruptive. He had a sack. He had several pressures. You know what I'm saying? I haven't taken a look at PFF next gen stats, but yeah, he's several pressures. He was definitely disruptive. He definitely made it real hard for Justin Fields to get going. On top of a few others, of our defensive linemen. Sam Williams, he got back there at the quarterback. James Houston is different. He plays with a grit that this team needs to gravitate towards. Same as Kenny Clark, same as Solomon Thomas, Oso Odigizua, Donovan Ezaraku. You know what I'm saying? Like Jadeveon Clowney, when he gets his feet back under him, man, he is going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem. The fact that he's so long is an issue for tackles and guards. He can win any way you want him to. He could definitely win any way you want him to. But for Dante Fowler, I hope this continues. Because I think he can be an 8, 9, 10 sack guy, especially in Dallas right now. I think he can be. That's just up to him. It's just up to him, man. So y'all want to take a look at what we were missing Sunday? This is what we were missing Sunday. CeeDee Lamb, Tyler Smith, Tyler Booker, Tyler Guyton, Cooper Beebe, Malik Hooker, Kavontae Turpin, Miles Sanders, and Marshawn Nealon. That's who we were missing. Shout out to Kyle Yeomans. It's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kyle Yeomans from Talking Cowboys, DallasCowboys.com. We were missing that, and we still were able to put up 37 points. Now, is that indicative of how bad the Jets defense is? I don't think so. Because you have Quinnen Williams, and most of their starters came back. You have Quinnen Williams. You have Sauce Gardner. Some guy named Cisco as a safety. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have a bad defense. You have a really good defense when it comes to names, and you got Steve Wilkes as a coach, and then Aaron Glenn as your defensive head coach. So you have these guys, and for us to put up 37, that only tells me that this man, Ryan Dakota Prescott, is truly an MVP candidate. Look at that chart. Tell me what you see. I see dots everywhere. And not just regular dots. I see green dots. Yeah, he only threw for 230 some odd yards. But remember that stuff we were, me and other Cowboys content creators were saying about a certain team up here in the Philadelphia area? Damn. If only I had an offense to where my quarterback ain't have to throw for over 300 yards. We have an offense where my quarterback don't got to throw over 300 yards. He doesn't have to. He can. Showed that, 3-4 straight games? He showed that. 3 games out of the 5? He showed that. He showed that he can light up a defense no matter who you are. Put some respect on Dak's name. Put some respect on Ryan Dakota Prescott's name, okay? Because that dude, he's dicing up the league right now. And I hope it continues. I think it will continue. There wasn't even a hope there. Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's not about, and that's the thing. It's not about numbers. It's about the command of the offense. It's about going through your reads and be able to make the correct choice to put you in the best position. And he's doing that. He's moving safeties with his eyes. He's baiting linebackers. He's moving the pocket so he's safe even if the offensive line breaks down. That's one of the biggest things. That's one of the biggest things. He's one of the least hit quarterbacks in the league right now, and that's not just due to a good stout offensive line. Because let's be honest, there's games where Guyton, Steele, I mean, like they get beat. Hoffman's been beat a few. You know what I'm saying? Shit, even Tyler Smith's been beat once or twice. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody perfect. But Dak being able to move the pocket, digest what he's seeing, and making the correct play, that speaks volumes. There's not a lot of quarterbacks in the league that's doing that right now. There's really not. You know what I'm saying? So how else do y'all feel, man? How do y'all feel about this? Like, all right, so let's look at the secondary. The secondary was one of the issues. In fact, the entire secondary, from linebackers on. You know what I'm saying? They've been the issue for the past 3-4 games up until Sunday. Most of the reason why the Jets couldn't move the ball is because that secondary was good. I think DaRon Bland's getting his feet back under him, and I think he's moving fairly quickly. Having Wanye Thomas out on the field definitely quells a lot of your fears about the deep ball. You didn't see too many of those. In fact, you didn't see any this game. I think the most yardage, most air yardage he had was 15 yards. That was the most in air yardage from a single pass. That's not bad at all, especially from a bend and don't break defense. Do we still need to tackle better? Yeah, of course. But if I see DaRon Bland cracking Garrett Wilson like I saw him at the end of the game, granted, yeah, it was still a touchdown because he moved the ball over. You know what I'm saying? As long as you break the plane with the ball, it's a touchdown, no matter where you finish at. You know what I'm saying? That hit was monstrous. And that leads on to what Shotty's been asking for. Violence and physicality. The offensive line is taking on that same persona. Violence and physicality. Playing to the edge, but not over it. Do I want my linebackers to play a little bit more like that? Yeah. It's not like you ain't got the guys. Shamar James, Maris Leofau, Kenneth Murray. Shit, Agent Zero when he comes back. He should be back by week 11. They say Thanksgiving, but I think it's trending towards like right after the bye. And that's perfect. That is perfect timing. That's perfect timing to get them integrated. So that means you have from week 5 to week 11 to get this young man integrated into the defense. So that way there is no drop off. In fact, there's a ramp up. I mean, these guys are actually they're exactly they're showing signs of life, man. This is they're evolving. The young guys are figuring it out. The new guys are figuring it out. Solomon Thomas has been good. Oso Diggy has been good. Let's give a little shout out to Mozzie Smith. He hasn't played terrible. He wasn't great, but he hasn't played terrible. He's been playing good, doing his job. It's time to have a tough conversation. It's not really a tough one. How do y'all feel about Ryan Flournoy as your wide receiver 3? Because from what I'm seeing, his route running is better. His hands are better. He's stronger. He's got a little bit more speed. He has yak ability. He's everything you want in a wide receiver 3. I mean, at least until Turpin comes back. And even then, I'd want him as my 4. And then let's see what we got with Mingo. Because if you want me to be totally honest, I will. Tolbert's days are numbered. They've been numbered. Tolbert's days have been numbered. We just won't fire the bullet. You got to fire the gun, man. You got to fire the bullet. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tolbert has come up big in crucial situations. You know, the the crazy pass from Dak in the Green Bay game. That's just about it. Yeah, that's the most you've seen from Tolbert. Every time he's caught the ball, what happened? He probably had one game, I think it was the Chicago game, where he got some decent yak. Probably picked up an extra 10 yards. But other than that, if he gets touched, if he catches a 2-yard pass, that's what he's got, 2 yards. You know what I'm saying? If he catches a 3-yard pass, that's what he's got, 3 yards on that reception. He has no yak ability. He's not strong. He doesn't wow you with his speed, but I don't think any receiver wows us with their speed aside from KaVontae Turpin. But he doesn't wow you. He doesn't give you any spark. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. And I'm thinking, man, Tolbert's days are numbered. I think in the Carolina game, you're going to see a lot more Ryan Flournoy. Yeah, Tolbert's going to be on the field. Let's not make no bones about this. He will be on the field, but I think in a limited capacity. And you're going to see a lot more George Pickens and Ryan Flournoy. If Tolbert goes off this week, it's because they've game planned around Ryan Flournoy and George Pickens. That's the only way I see that happen. It's the only way. I'm just looking for my defense to come in just as strong, have the same intensity, have the same urgency. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a winning record. We're 2-2 and 1. It's disgusting. 2-2 and 1. We don't have a winning record. We are not on the winning side of things. We are at 500. In fact, 49.6. That's where we're at right now because of a tie. So we got to go make up for that. Dak deserves it. Dak has been balling out of his mind. This offensive line has been balling out of their minds. Javonte Williams, George Pickens, Ryan Flournoy, Jake Ferguson. The coaching staff. To see no drop off in your offensive line, you got to give kudos and credence to your coaching staff. I mean, Clayton Adams, Connor Riley, been trying to tell you guys for months, these guys have a special ability, and their special ability is what they were good at when they played the game. They were offensive linemen. Their specialty is offensive line. We've seen turnarounds on other teams due to Clayton Adams. We've seen college systems turn around because of Connor Riley. These guys, we got the right guys here. They got the right formula. They're putting all these guys in the same position. Said something a while ago. I want my backups to feel like ones, and I want my ones to have their heads over their shoulder. They have to look over their shoulder. That's how I want the team. From defense to offense, backups to starters. My backups should feel like the starters. You should always want to take the starter spot, even though we know you're not. But you should always want to take your starter spot, depending on who you are, that is. Bro, we only beat the Jets. We only beat the Jets that was 0-4. And we had literally the worst defense in the league at the 32nd ranked defense. The 32nd ranked defense. You're not going to come in here talking all this foolishness. I understand you're a Cowboys fan. I got you. But understand, they are a pro team as well. What would you be saying if we lost to this team? What would you be saying if we were close to this team? If we won 21-20, like some people were calling it? How would you have felt? Please explain. I'll give you the floor. Don't be shy. Talk to me. How would you feel if it was a close game, a nail biter? How would you feel if Dak threw some interceptions? How would you feel if we couldn't stop a nosebleed? How would you feel? It says more about how bad they are as opposed to how good we are. A 2-2-1 team. Are the Packers better than we are? Because they tied with us. The Eagles just lost a game, and we lost to them by 4 over drop passes. The Giants lit us up for 450 yards with Russell Wilson. We lost to the Chicago Bears. And still, without 4 of your starting linemen and your starting all-pro wide receiver, I'm not defending the champs. I'm not defending them. I'm giving you realism, sir. The Eagles haven't looked good all season. They're winning games by the skin of their teeth. They just so happen to lose one that they couldn't win. We are not ass. If that's the type of attitude that you want to have, by all means, have it. Have it. Have that attitude. We ass, we trash, we're horrible. You gotta have that attitude. You are well within your rights. But you're not going to dictate how I feel about my team. I see something obviously you don't. I see growth in this team. Offensively, it's been this way, 37 points since the beginning of the season. We had the ability to do this from the beginning offensively. The defense needed to catch up. We are not ass, bro. The Buffalo Bills just lost to New England. We asked the Chiefs. What are they? 2-2, 2-3, 2-2. They play tonight, right? I believe the Chiefs are 2-2. Like, if we're asked, what are they? What are they? I think a lot can change. When I look at DeMarvion Overshow, do I expect him to come back like he was? I'm hoping he does. But there's something DeMarvion Overshown has that only maybe 2 other dudes in that linebacker room have. Max Leofold and Shamar James. Grit. They're acceptable to the coaching. Don't get me wrong, I like Kenneth Murray. But Kenneth Murray ain't no DeMarvion Overshown. Kenneth Murray ain't no Shamar James. Kenneth Murray ain't no Maris Leofold. We are not an ass team. An ass team is the team we're about to go play. That's an ass team. An ass team? Miami. That's an ass team. An ass team? Baltimore Ravens. Super trash. Super trash. The Cincinnati Bengals. And you see what they got. Super trash. Super trash. We are not an ass team, bro. Yes, he would. As a rotational guy. Try to come in here and tell me how to feel about my team. I know what I'm watching. My eyes don't lie to me. Like, it's because you choose to be negative don't mean you're going to make me and my people's negative. Sadiqa, how are you, darling? Got dudes jumping up in here talking that foolishness. I appreciate the nation and how I appreciate your takes. I appreciate your feelings. I appreciate how you feel. I just don't want you to try to project that over here. It is your team. Come on, man. Let's be respectful, bro. Let's be respectful. I understand it's your team. But what you're not going to do is come here on my shit and tell me how to feel. You're not going to come over here telling my constituents how to feel. What I see going on with this team, I'm 43 years old, bro. I've been watching football a long time. I even played a little football back in the day. Okay? And I know what growth looks like. I know what growth looks like. We not ass. That's your opinion. Can you stop calling me the N-word? We different. We different, my man. We different. You can feel how you want to feel. I'm not going to call you out your name. I'm not going to degrade you that way. Now, this young man, I don't need your help, bro. I don't need your help. If it's dry, go get wet somewhere. Like, if it's dry, go get wet somewhere. Like, I don't need you, bro. I, he, Forgive him, Siddiqui. He know not what he does. Okay, he can sit here talking that crazy shit. Enjoy it. Like, you can talk that crazy shit. You'll get bounced the fuck out of here. You better watch yourself. Like, listen, it can be dry. It can be dry. Go sit at the ocean. What's up with you? What's up with you, man? Is that all you here for? You here to troll? Is that what you here for? This dude Dre Spencer. I don't even know who the hell he is. Like, I don't even know this guy. You ain't even got to worry about that. This is how we do this. Wham. Have a good one, my guy. We ain't got to speak to you. We ain't here for all the foolishness. We ain't here for all the foolishness. I don't even need nobody to do that for me. I'll shoot myself. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was saying. Yeah, like I was saying. The growth of this team is evident. It's coming along. It's coming along, albeit maybe not as fast as we want, but it's coming along. You know what I'm saying? And I'm liking the direction it's going. I do. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's just take it one game at a time. I know y'all heard what old Rico Dowdle said, so I'm not looking at it like anything. I mean, as fans, we can sit here and be like, "Oh, this boy he didn't fucked up." I guess he forgot we got YNs on the team. You know what I'm saying? So those YNs, what they do when they see Rico, I feel bad for them. Okay, like Sam Williams, he a YN. Seems like James Houston is one too. Like, it's about to get ugly. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, man, what I saw yesterday really gave me more optimism. I'm looking forward to more from this team. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have some bad games along the way, I'm sure. We're not going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is going to be firing on all cylinders like we want, like we can hope. But keep your expectations semi-low. Don't reach for the moon. You know what I'm saying? Uh, take it one game at a time. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. But as for right now, this week, talk your shit. Enjoy your win. It's a victory Monday. We got a victory week. Hey, we're moving on tomorrow. We're going to move on tomorrow to Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to enjoy the rest of y'all night. I got to get ready to go pick up kids from daycare. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely here for the ride. And I'm looking forward to some more great things, man. I really am. So what I want y'all to do for the rest of the day, I want y'all to enjoy yourselves, man. When you get home from work, crack a beer, smoke something. I mean, whatever floats you. You know what I'm saying? But enjoy this win because they went out there and balled their asses off. You know I will. You know I will, Sadiqa. I love all y'all, man. I'm happy y'all came to see me, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. You already know. Tell them to bring some H2O or something so that way it's not as dry. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm always here, man. It's your boy Hoodie Kush with the Basement Boys. I'll get with y'all.